Okay, I just
got like
accepted a million
bunch of
different things.
no, I just got a bunch of alerts from Facebook.
It was
as well.
assaulting me.
Crazy.
Okay. Okay.
Well, nice to meet you anyway. Hang on, I'm
Very
doing
nice to
something
meet
else.
you as well. Thanks for taking the time.
Oh, no worries, no worries. Okay, so I'm glad to meet you because I love learning about ICOs. That's kind of what I'm hoping to learn a little bit about the Crypto Improvement Fund, and
yeah,
give me like an overview and maybe introduce yourself first, and then go into your project and ask some questions and stuff. I'm in Florida, by the way. I'm wearing a fleece.
That's always a good place to start.
I'm almost shivering here. I got the AC on too high in my house, and I've really overdone this. So, anyway.
I'm in Toronto, and actually, you know what? I'll introduce myself in a second. But the weather up here, so we've had a really, really mild October, which is beautiful for Toronto because normally like October you can see snow on the ground. And for the past week, it's been like 30 degrees, which is like unusually warm for October. But today it's like hailing, and it just like dropped overnight. So it's freezing right now. So
slush. We're both doing.
I wish I was
slush
on
the ground. You know, it's not mud and.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
different type of slush, but still, everyone's having their own issues right now. Okay, so my name's Scott Douglas. I've been invited here through Pitch to talk about my project, the Crypto Improvement Fund. So I'm the founder of this project. It was sort of my little brainstorming idea that sort of led to this. I'll give you a Coles Notes of what we're trying to do here. So the Crypto Improvement Fund is a project aimed at bringing cryptocurrency to business. So I've been involved in crypto personally, just as like a sort of what's the best way? Just like a passive interest for a while now. Most of my career, I've been involved with scaling telecom, networking, software businesses, helping them grow their sales teams, helping them achieve revenue and profitability thresholds. So I've sort of been in that field for a while, technology, but not crypto in particular. I deal with a lot of large business clients. So most of my niche is actually selling and onboarding and implementing solutions for mid-market to enterprise level in the States, the popular term Fortune 500 businesses. So that was my niche and where I've excelled in my career. Through doing so, I've realized that the majority of revenue and money that a lot of businesses see comes from other businesses. And I don't think the average Joe understands the amount of money that is available in that market when they just deal on a personal or consumer level. But the amount of money involved in B2B transactions is enormous. It's huge. And what I saw in crypto was that there was no true B2B market. And I thought that was a little odd. And, you know, the more you look into all these ICOs and whatnot, you see that a lot of them are targeted at the end user. There's these very cool software applications, decentralized this, trading, forecasting that, or whatever, but they're all aimed at the end user. That's great. But I saw a huge gap there. So we did a little bit of research about after crunching some numbers, 5 of the top 500 online retailers use cryptocurrency, which is nothing. That's a horrible percentage. And in general, although people involved in the cryptocurrency universe assume that cryptocurrency is quite popular because they're inundated with this information about it nonstop, 24/7, 365. For the average business owner or CTO, cryptocurrency is nothing. And I think a lot of us lose sight of that. So what the Crypto Improvement Fund is all about. Originally, it started as an idea to incent businesses to use cryptocurrency. It wasn't meant to be a specific cryptocurrency. It was meant to just incent them to use it. So if they used it, they would get the coin that we've created, the CIF coin, as a reward. It's sort of expanded on that premise and it is where it is today in the sense that it is not just the rewarding of businesses to accept crypto. We're going to be focused on the education surrounding it, addressing pain points that businesses may have that can be addressed with crypto, sort of, to put an example, a low CapEx customer appreciation program, or improving their supply chain management by using some sort of decentralized ledger process. These are all great practical implications, which we've seen, practical applications, excuse me, but are not adopted by a lot of businesses. So we want to, instead of reactively, accommodating business needs, we want to proactively engage businesses and enlighten them, so to speak, about how they can incorporate cryptocurrency into their existing environment, whether or not it just be e-commerce, which is a very simple, basic, bare bones integration, or it can be integrated to a further level. Now, so that's our premise. What we have done so far is, obviously, we have to raise money to do this. So we've created our own coin. We've created our own custom blockchain, which we wanted to do to sort of speak to our technical aptitude. So we have some great devs on board that can create and deliver some products. We created, obviously, like the basics, like the Explorer, the mining pool, that kind of thing. We're going to be, I guess, if you want to call it selling or hosting a regular ICO to allocate those coins to people that are invested in the Crypto Improvement Fund. So that's ongoing right now. That started October 1st. After we do that, and we've raised the required funds, we have already engaged with several educators or leaders in their respective fields. It could be fintech security, it could be trading, it could be smart contracts, whatever. We have reached out to some guys that are on board, love the idea. We want to reach out to businesses with these guys, webinars, face-to-face, whatever, but just engage businesses and get them on board with the idea of cryptocurrency. Part of the project is to fund the educators so that the first touch point with the business is on us. So we want to reach out to businesses. Right. We want to get them engaged. We want to sit them down and we want to speak to them. After we get the businesses engaged and we get them understanding how cryptocurrency could, apply to one of their many pain points or just be an additional revenue source for them, then we have a host of additional products which we can sell to them. So that's sort of more traditional B2B sales. So these products are not revolutionary products, but we're going to be the ones that are going to be proactively engaging with the businesses, and we're going to develop that relationship. After we develop that relationship, the things that we want to offer to businesses are going to complement that relationship. Some of these being e-commerce integration, custom blockchain, whether it not be a true custom blockchain, an Ethereum token, an ERC20 token, Waves token. It doesn't matter. It's whatever fits the business need. We can create that. We can deliver that to them. We can do custom wallets. We can help them like branded wallets. So an example for someone that has sort of adopted this kind of strategy would be Burger King Russia. We always use that example with their Whopper coin, a simple Waves token, which they've created out of nowhere, basically, as a customer loyalty program. These are great practical applications which don't cost the businesses a lot, and it helps sort of normalize the cryptocurrency community. It helps take something that's right now kind of smoke and mirrors and not a lot of people understand, and give it a practical application. These are things that we need to move this community forward, and that's why the people that have sort of read into our project and have taken the time to understand that we're not offering some super complicated product that's never been done before, but we have a practical, strategized business idea that makes sense. It can be implemented and scaled based on the amount of funding we receive, and it can have real, true benefit towards the whole community. They've really loved the idea. So I don't think anyone has truly been against it because it makes sense. And if you think about it, nobody's doing it. That's where our forte is. Nobody's really doing this yet. So we have companies like BitPay that offer e-commerce integration, but they're not proactively reaching out as a one-stop shop for business. They're doing a little piece of it, and we want to do all of it. And it's not hard to do all of it. That's what. So that's really, Cole's Notes, what the Crypto Improvement Fund is.
So I think I understand your goals, and also the business that's going to run alongside the goals, I guess. How are the tokens used? Yeah.
So how the tokens are used? There can be multiple uses. Right now, the tokens are going to be auctioned off to the community at large. So there's a portion of there's 500 million tokens created ever. 200 million of them have been pre-mined. 125 million are going to be sold through 3 rounds of funding to the community at large. There's going to be 50 million that are reserved for what is the business incentive program, which basically rewards businesses for accepting cryptocurrency. That's where most of them are going to go, which leaves, where are we at? So we're at 200 minus 125 plus 50. Okay, there's going to be 10 million allotted to the teams, to staff and individuals involved directly with this project. And then the additional, I think it's 15 million is going to be allocated to a bounty program, which is required just to get people talking and downloading the wallets, getting coins into the hands of everybody, which we're running right now as well, which has also been very successful. So like I said, most of the tokens, less 50 million, are going to be basically doled out right at the start. The 50 million we're going to reserve to actually incent businesses on a quarterly basis for accepting cryptocurrency. So they have to show some markers, some KPIs. They have to accept it for a minimum 6 months. There has to be a certain percentage of their transaction volume done in cryptocurrency. But basically all they have to do, if they don't buy anything from us, they just have to integrate it into their existing system to a certain point. And that's number one. That's number one step. And, in traditional sales, you can consider that planting the seed. And we hope that once we establish that relationship, they get rewarded for using cryptocurrency. They see the revenue from accepting cryptocurrency, plus they love that they're getting these free payouts from us. That's going to incent them to purchase more product, expand their portfolio, purchase some of our value-added services. But for the investors, what's important is it means that the CIF coin is now going to be associated, or the program is going to be associated with what we hope to be enterprise business. And that alone, if anyone watches the market, is going to be enough to increase the value of the coin. A simple partnership with a great company is what investors want.
I mean, I'm liking everything I'm hearing so far. So my question is, so you're incentivizing businesses to purchase crypto and use crypto, but you incentivizing them in any way to buy your coin?
Use crypto,
CIF, right? CIF. Yeah.
CIF. So our coin is not the end goal here. Our coin is used to establish a relationship, to sell them products that they can use ancillary to cryptocurrency, such as like the e-commerce integration, yada, yada, all the other things I just mentioned. There is no purpose for us to push them to use our crypto. It would be great, and that's all fine and well, but the point of the adoption is to accept crypto in general and tie our name to a.
But is there any,
exactly, yes. So
I'm just trying to think, like, okay, I'm the business, right? I want to I want to use your services. I want to buy all the services and products that you have to offer me. Is there any? Do I have to buy that using your token, or are you not trying to do that at all? Because to me that would
we're not trying to push that. Yeah,
to me that would mean that
we can offer now. There's ways to modify behavior from your purchaser, and if we discount our products by using our token, you can guarantee that people are going to purchase them with our token. It's not, it's not even a token; it's a coin. But it's not a very hard process to drive.
Okay, so the thinking is monetization.
It's very easy to do, but we're not going to stop. Yes. No, I said we're not going to stop people because it would be counterintuitive and a little bit, pot calling the kettle black to stop people from using cryptocurrency in general.
That covers that covers
that.
The box that I was kind of drawing. I was just like, if you at least in the future at some point plan on offering discounts for purchasing your coin, well then that's the incentive that you need to drive adoption of the coin and increase the price.
And that'll also be that'll reside well with or resound well with our investors.
Yeah, I like that. Because
they want to know if they get some value for their money.
Do you have any pilots or anything like that scheduled? I mean, is there any business action that you want to mention at this point?
No, to be honest. Okay, so I'll be transparent with everyone who's watching. We've had businesses that have been interested and reached out to us, and we've done some market research on companies that are more apt to want to adopt our program or adopt crypto. Like, we're focusing on obviously predominantly e-commerce or brick and mortar that have a great e-commerce presence.
Mm-hmm.
We're a startup. We have to focus our money somewhere, and we have to focus our money on making money, or nothing's going to happen. So that's where we're at right now. Personally, I have experiences dealing with enterprise clients, so I know the sales cycle. I've been in front of C-level executives before. That's not my concern. But if we were going to sort of tackle the project implementation at the same time as the fundraising,
that's true.
None of it would work.
Exactly.
That
makes sense. So the token sale. When does it start? It starts. Okay.
So it started. It started October 1st. So we're doing a long token sale, and I'll explain the reasoning for that. We've seen a lot of FOMO, or fear of missing out, which leads to a lot of disappointed people and a lot of dumping of coin. I saw, I don't name names, but there's been a lot of hype over certain ICOs, and it just leads to fake information, fake news, not partnerships that aren't really truly established, or whatever that may be. We don't want to we don't want to raise money unethically. We want people to know what they're investing in. We want them to see that we're around for the long haul. We want to remove the smoke and mirrors. To be honest, traditional investing is very different from this. Like, if you want to talk about A, B, and C round investing, it's very, very different from this. A, B, and C round investing, you have your angel investors. They give you some money. You create a little bit of a product. Now you present it to your B round or your B series investing. Now they give you a little bit more money. It's very odd in any space, in any vertical outside cryptocurrency, that all the funding is done all at once without any product. So we try and make it as traditional as possible, where they want to see our company evolve. They want to see that their money that they're investing is doing something, that we're not just going to run away with it. And we've tried to take precautions, and we've tried to sort of draw it out a little bit, just so that the people that are invested have faith in their investment and the team, and they see us progress, and they see that their money's going towards something. And that's why we sort of broken it down into 3 different phases. So if you don't invest in the first phase, you don't trust us, whatever, that's fine. The people that do they'll get paid out. Then maybe hopefully you'll trust us a little bit more in the second phase, when you see that we haven't screwed over everybody that's given us some money. So that's kind of what we want to legitimize. Everything to do with
completely agree. And I really, by the way, the observation about enterprises is just really, really hits home. I was running a startup, paying my developers in Bitcoin for a while, and I guess at the time I was kind of new to it, and I was using Coinbase and so on, and there's just instead of having coins in a wallet or something. And honestly, it was quite difficult to manage everything, especially come end of the year. There's just almost no support for business using crypto whatsoever. So
there's none, and that's the issue, right? Like somebody, and I did a radio interview the other day with Bitcoin Talk Radio, and we were talking about we have lists on our website of companies that are already using crypto, and we want to go after them. And the guy was asking, well, why bother going after the people that already use crypto? Well, chances are they have no support. They haven't done it right. They don't know what they're doing, and there's multiple areas of opportunity for these companies that have already adopted. Now, I'm sure some of them have had outside help, consultants, whatever, but I would guess that the majority of them don't, and they've just tried to do it to make a couple extra bucks. And now those companies are the ones that have adopted but haven't really adopted properly, and we want to also target them because they'll probably appreciate our help even more so than the companies that haven't even looked at cryptocurrency, and they'll be more apt to purchase the value add products. That's our play there. So there's the market here is unbelievable. It's the world. It sounds so stupid to say that, but when you're dealing with cryptocurrency and business, name one other company that's trying to market to business.
I mean, your model
and
of
right now
people for
there are none.
for making transactions, I guess, in crypto, it sounds in a way similar to metal, but it's not the same kind of thing at all.
It's a little bit different. I don't know their whole corporate structure, but at least from the research I've done, and I've done enough, I can't say that there's anything that directly, I guess, competes with what we're trying to do. We're not really looking for competition or not, but yeah. Oh yeah. No. Well, I know cryptocurrency. Like I said, there's also Burger King did it. Burger King rewards their clients, but we're not rewarding the end user. We are rewarding the business, which is a little bit of a different idea, but it accomplishes a much larger
the 3 phases. Remind me again the dates of the 3 phases.
Yes. Okay. So 3 phases. By the way, just so you know, we're looking to source funds both 2 ways. Obviously, we're going to source through an ICO. So we're going to be breaking 125 million coins into 3 phases. So each phase is a month. So October 1st to November 1st is 85 million coins. November 1st to December 1st is 30 million coins, and then December 1st to January 1st is 10 million coins. How the sale works is your contribution is a percentage of the total pot of raised funds, and the percentage of coins you get is proportional to your contribution. It's like EOS.
They did it every day for a year.
Exact same idea. We're not doing it for a whole year. We're not only a quarter, but still. So same concept. Obviously, it rewards early adopters, burning any coins after. So we thought it worked well. We've pegged, if you look at our website, we've pegged the value just so people understand. Our minimum fundraising threshold is 500 BTC. That's what we want to hit. Obviously, our program is as scalable as the amount of money we raise, because we can either, we don't raise that much, we can just target small business, local, or if we raise much more, we can go international. That would be great. But we were trying to aim for around 2 million US to sort of, because we want to market, and we also want to develop our own products. We want to develop our own e-commerce integration. We want to develop, we can, but everything takes money and time and people. So if we raise enough money, we can develop this stuff in-house, hire in-house, roll it out, as opposed to white label wholesaling existing products. So the amount of money totally gives us, if we don't make enough, we can white label wholesale and, just make profit margin, or we can develop ourselves and roll out to the end user. It's however much money we raise is how much we have to work with. And like I said, there's 2 types of funding going on. People watching this are probably only interested in the micro investments or the ICO. We're also looking to raise money traditionally by selling off equity. So that's another side of it that I don't know. I don't know what goes on behind the doors of private companies, but that's another play as well, just so we can, for people who want a more of a vested interest in our business and want to sort of sit on the board and help us make decisions. For qualified investors, we're also selling off that piece as well.
Yeah, I was just wondering if there's going to be if there would be any potential conflict between, the guy who owns a piece of the company, who wants to, maximize the revenue coming in, versus the guy who owns a piece of the blockchain, essentially. who wants to give discounts for the for paying in specific kinds of coin.
Well, I'll address that because their interests should align, because the guy that wants the most revenue should understand that revenue will still flow from discounts. So the guy on the blockchain, I guess, wants discounts on the product, but really he's not buying the coin for the discounts on the product. He's buying the coin for the ROI, right? So, so whether, and also the guy who's investing in the company in the equity share, he should also realize that if we don't promote our product somehow, then we're not going to be successful in selling it. There's an overlap
of interest that's quite significant. So
both.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Should be, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. When do, like, say someone gets in on the ICO in phase 1, when do they get their tokens?
Yeah. So November. So after every phase of the ICO, the tokens are paid out. So like we have all the wallets available. I think we've had between 500 to 600 already downloaded for the bounty campaign. So people are ready and waiting. So if they want to download a wallet right now, play around with it, no problem. And some people are already holding coins because of airdrops, whatever, certain contests we have. So all
give
the
a shout out, by the way. Is there any way you want people to
so November
to
1st,
go to try out the technology, please? You can mention URLs or whatever.
Okay. Well, you can take a look at our website. It's all there. So cryptoimprovementfund.io, everything's there. So they want to play around with it, take a look at it, look at the Explorer. We're gonna, to be fair, we're not going to support the mining pool till post ICO just for our own selfish interests. But if they want to play around with it and they want to test it out and take a look at it, it's all there on the site. It's all accessible for everyone. They can download a wallet. If they get themselves involved in the bounty campaign, they'll have some coins in their wallet. So they can do all that from our website. It's all there, very, very easy to access. And if they have questions, as on the side of the YouTube window or whatever, we can put a list of social links or whatnot that they can go and find us. We have a Telegram. They can chat with the developers or myself or anyone else involved in the team, 24/7, 365. We're very responsive. Anyone in the community says we're great about that. And that's one thing that I sort of wanted to drive home, because, it sounds cliche, but customer service is really important. And we're not big enough to be shitty to our customers. We have to value every single one of them. And even though, like, the bigger you get, you still have to keep that top of mind. And that's always been what has sort of driven my own personal success, my relationships with people that I've dealt with. So go check out the website. Everything you want to play around with is there. The coins are allocated after each ICO round. We have an escrow agreement that we will not take money out of the donation or the investment wallet until the coins are listed on an exchange, which puts a little bit of peace of mind for the people that are investing. So we'll open up now. We're tentatively scheduling to open on an exchange. We haven't decided which one yet, on November 1st. We have to sort of see how the crowd sale is going, because we don't want to devalue.
That was going to be my next question.
And I've seen before with ICO.
You're still running your crowd sale and you're on an exchange, then how does that work?
It's tough, because sometimes being on an exchange will help people trust your product. Sometimes you'll see a huge sell wall and your coin will be devalued. So that's something that we're still looking at. We want to see where we're at November 1st in terms of fundraising. And then we'll make a call then. And like I said, the money doesn't move until we list. So if we choose not to list, your money's not going anywhere. It's still stuck in the multi-sig wallet. So you're safe there. But that's sort of a game day decision, seeing on how we do, because there's pluses and minuses.
Very reasonable. Very reasonable. Yeah. Well, everything makes sense. Sounds like an interesting play, and definitely one that can improve the crypto community generally, which is important.
Nice. Yeah, that's our goal.
So, okay. All right. I'm gonna, monitor this ICO, and I don't think I'm gonna get in on the first phase, but I might get in on the second or something like that. So,
oh, good. No, thank you. All I wanted is for to get some airtime. It's always good, and then just sort of explain, because it's sometimes it gets a little bit convoluted when you just read about it. But if you hear it,
and I think I find that doing live discussions allows you say something that makes sense. It makes sense to you, but then the puzzled look on my face, but not quite willing to say something, to elaborate. Right? Well, awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
no, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
This is a really cool project. Thanks.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right. Take it easy. Have a good day, guys. Bye.